Hi. Yes, good afternoon. Gonna take a look at your belly too. Ow, 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 ow. A little high five. I can do the high five. Okay, we homies? Oh, now we're not. I see how to spine.
I love that. Dr. Evan Antin joining us now, also known as the modern day Dr. Doolittle. Although I saw on your Instagram page, which everybody's following you on Instagram, you're also one of the most popular vets to follow on social media. I liked what you were for Halloween. Ace Ventura, right?
That was so fun.
So you have a new book out. That's what you're here to talk with us about, Worldwide Vet, where you've kind of documented. Of course, we've seen you on TV now for several years, and now we can see it in this new book. But how has 2020 been treating you?
It's Worldwide Vet, by the way, but trust me, you're one of many that have said worldwide.
Oh, sorry.
We're trying to play on words there, and it just hasn't worked out. Anyways, 2020, yeah, it's been a different year. I mean, the last few years before, I would travel anywhere from 8 to 10 or more different countries to work with, animals around the world and other conservationists and veterinarians and whatnot, wildlife rescues. This year has been a little slower. I mean, I can't complain. Listen, I mean, I've been to Australia and Tanzania this year to work with some of my favorite wildlife, and that'd be a dream year for most people. So it's an absolute blessing. I'm not complaining. I've just been doing a lot more work from home. And obviously, even with this, with promoting the book and talking about it, we're doing it all virtually. But it's nice to be home. I'm also a homebody when I'm not traveling, so I've been pursuing some new hobbies and making the most of my time while I have it here, and still getting into the practice when I can to see patients at the Conejo Valley Veterinary Hospital where I do work near here in LA.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if 2020, if it kind of allowed you to maybe have more time to work on a book like this, since obviously you're not traveling as much.
It did, but the truth is it's an almost 3-year project, so it's been going on long before we expected a 2020 pandemic.
Yeah. So normally we're used to seeing you with some, wild pets, but you have your buddy there, which I know is always kind of your right-hand man. He's sleeping.
He's a little sleepy this morning. He's wearing his bow tie.
He looks handsome. So tell us about the book. And you said it's this 3-year kind of, project in the making. What do you hope people kind of find out and kind of learn about you as it documents kind of your life story?
Sure. I mean, you'll learn basically, it goes over particularly the last 15 years from being a young wildlife enthusiast, where I would do anything I could to get in the native habitats of my favorite wildlife around the world, whether it was Africa or Central or South America, Southeast Asia, Australia, all over the place. And it's my evolution from that to becoming a veterinarian, where I get to work with wildlife around the world and promote, help individual patients and promote wildlife conservation on a bigger scale and talk about veterinary medicine, what that's all about. And I hope that readers, can gain an even deeper appreciation for, animals or wildlife that they may already like or may not know much about, and learn more about them and in the simple ways we can help towards their conservation.
I have 3 kids at home. My 2 oldest are 8 and 6, though. And what do you think the message is that we can, give to our kids, and making sure that they're realizing this? Because it's fun to go to the zoos and see the different wild animals and things. But I love that there's, this conservation. A lot of the zoos here locally do that as well. But what is the message we should be sending our kids, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, good zoos are great for conservation. That's a whole other discussion. But through the book and what I try to promote on my social media and with the work that I do in general, is that you can be an intelligent consumer in very simple ways to help conserve our wildlife. Whether it's how you consume as you buy, or even as a social media consumer and the kind of content you engage with. And a lot of people engage with content and don't realize it's destructive for our wildlife. For example, when you're liking and sharing and engaging and commenting on posts where chimpanzees are playing on cell phones or taking baths in homes, or cuddling in bed, or playing with dogs and cats, that actually fuels the poaching of chimps in the wild. And this is a critically endangered species, and many people might not even realize that. And so being intelligent with where you engage on social media is a big deal. And I say this every time you engage with content, you're voting for it, whether you understand what they're doing or not, but you're helping that platform grow. And so we don't want these kind of things to get more engagement and outreach when they're not really doing our wildlife or maybe even that individual animal any favors at the end of the day.
So what's next for you? I mean, obviously the world is changing by the minute. What do you kind of see for you and kind of your journey in 2021?
In 2021, my goal is to get out and be able to do some more traveling again. Like I said, I've been to a couple places this year, which has been great, but I'm used to traveling to 8 or 10 or more countries a year and working with wildlife and habitats at rescues and conservation zones and other vets and conservationists. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm working on getting a trip to Jamaica very soon. And one of my best friends is a curator at the zoo and is doing conservation work out there. I want to do some shark dives early next year, hopefully, and get back to Africa. I've been going to Africa a lot the last few years to work with different primates and the rhino and giraffe and, promoting that conservation. So I'm hoping to get back out in the field and just get my message out there in a bigger way as time goes on.
Have you spent much time in Florida? We're just about out of time, but maybe your travels. Have you been to Florida much?
I love Florida. It's like some of my favorite wildlife and habitats in the whole country. It's absolutely stunning.
We have lots of gators around here.
Yeah, one of my favorites. I'm a big crocodile nerd and crocodilian, so alligators are super cool for me to see in the wild.
Oh, well, again, the book, where can people get the book? I'm assuming everywhere where books are sold.
Yeah, it's widely World Wild Vet. You can find it on, in Audible forums, and audiobooks, and Audible and Kindle. You can find it at Barnes and Noble and stores and Amazon, and it's really anywhere books are sold. It's that place. That book will be there.
Well, we wish you all the best, and again, it'll be exciting to see where 2021 takes you and the rest of us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. We'll of course put more details on our website too. He's still sleeping.